They just tryna gas you up. Out here tryna get a buzz. Steady looking for a plug. But you know who to trust. Yeah, but I ain't even tripping no more. I ain't tryna find no new friends no more. Family done all turn fake at the door. Your loyalty just don't exist no more. Got a lot to say to me. Got me wonder how I do it. Ain't nobody gonna know it. But the drip steady showing. Yeah, you know it is. Working and working, you know I just can't get enough. Can't get it up. Every time I get to the bag, like I'm in the rush. I'm running, now you run it up. Run my money. The money, I'm counting it up. Woo! Ain't even tripping.
Alright, we're live.
Hey.
Okay. Welcome everybody to the True First Podcast. I am your host, Miss Shani, aka Deep Style Entertainment.
Yes.
And you all know my beautiful panel.
Hey everybody.
Giving us their time on this Friday. Yes. And the church said amen.
Hey. All right.
So you know Miss QP.
Hey y'all.
And you know Miss She Is Good, Michelle.
She is.
All right. So, our topic on today was given to me by a man.
Dun, 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 dun.
Of course, you don't tell us nothing.
We come in.
We come in like y'all come in.
Yeah.
Okay. So the topic is Miss Independent. What to do when she's overly independent, and what to do when the dude come on, she want to get him the whole table. We don't want to do nothing no more.
Here you go, sir.
Well, now that you're here,
All right.
have the table.
Take over.
So
At the table, wow.
I'm gonna just start it out like this. So I can say, as a black woman, not seeing a man run a household, I was taught to, I'm gonna use an old school word. Pamela appreciate this. Be a sack chaser. Remember that shit?
Oh wow, sack chaser.
Sack chaser.
Okay.
Meaning, you know, you get all you can out the dude, then once he can't do for you no more, you just drop him and get to the next one.
And roll in the next one. Okay.
Right. And then we have people like Q, who saw a strong man lead her house, was the man, head of the household, he took care of them, he was a provider, and it wasn't just one-sided. Her mom helps in their team, and they help build this.
Okay.
So my question to you, as women, single, engaged, everything, every phase of your life,
Okay.
do you think being overly independent is a problem? It has been a problem with you. Like, I got my own everything, nigga, I don't need you. You ever been like that?
Absolutely.
Did it bite you in the butt?
It
Or?
absolutely did. Absolutely. Like a bit hard too.
Can you explain?
My independence was, I don't need anyone. I got here this far. Who are you? And I always use this term. I'm the ship. I'm the captain of this ship. I asked you to get on here, and I was really stern about that. But at the end of the day, I still needed some members to come on the ship to help with some maintenance items that I really couldn't figure out, and some things that was just out of my reach. And it took for me to lose someone, and he actually told me, he was like, "You don't need a man. You're the man for you." And I was like, damn. And all he was trying to do was just to show me that I can help you. You know, I'm here for you. But my strong ass is like, got this. And once again, I am the captain.
And if you don't like it, you can leave.
I kept saying, who asked you to get on the boat? I didn't give you
Yeah,
that was
okay.
my, But it bit my ass. It bit my ass until I was like, come on the bus, on the boat with me now. Yeah, because you'll miss a blessing. You'll miss a blessing. And he was actually a nice guy.
Do you regret, you miss him? Like, you feel like he got his...
He taught me.
Okay.
Quit acting like you don't need nobody.
Okay.
And especially to hear a man say, "You're the man for you." Like, what?
Wow.
And that really stuck with me. Like, nah, That ain't how I wanted my life to be. So I had to look at myself and say, break that wall down. I didn't tear it all the way down now. I didn't.
Of course.
I made it where that I could actually start looking at some people. It wasn't even a peek hole in this wall. It wasn't a crack. It was signed, sealed to the T. But I broke it down where that I was allowing myself to see people for where they were at.
Okay. Q?
With me, I think it was maybe the opposite. Because I've been working, literally had a job since I was 15. So for me, it was all about me getting my coins. However, I was not a fan of spending my own money.
Okay.
You better preach and stay right there for a little bit. Okay. You better preach and stay right there for a little bit.
I got off.
Come on now.
And me growing up watching my dad, I had this misconception that my mom not too long ago actually corrected me on. I thought that he paid literally for everything. I didn't know, like, my mom really, it's not that I didn't feel like she contributed, I just felt like he did 80%.
The majority.
Yeah, and so when I went into relationships and situationships, it was all about, okay, what bill are you paying this month?
My paycheck.
Yeah,
okay.
like,
you need to work that out.
Right,
okay.
You got to make this work. So I kind of had to readjust my way of thinking, because my mom, like I said, corrected me not too long ago and said, like, no ma'am. Like,
that's not how it went, baby.
Yeah, it's not how it went. Like, this is a team. When you are in a relationship, it's a team effort. Like, both of you. It may be 1 month where your dad may pay more, and then I bring up the back end, but it's still a team effort.
Yeah, because we are one.
Yeah, and that was something that I really had to let settle in my spirit, because I have been this way for so long. Right. Like, I need some money. I need some money. Like, so yeah, it was the opposite for me. Like, yeah, I was independent in the sense of I always had my own money, but I was dependent when it comes to, it was mine. Yeah. Like, I need you to give me stuff. Right.
So. And I think as Black women, I think we have a destructive way of looking at things. I think we have a hard time. And there's the few, like in Q's case, who have a 2-parent household. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, since I came from single parent, it seems to be the majority. Mm-hmm. And I think we have this diluted illusion of what independent is. It's not that no one should help you. It's not that this is all mine and you just an add-on. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like what I got going on here, then you can just get the hell on. That's not a team. Yeah. That's basically a self-destructive house. Exactly. And one man told me, he said, if I can't be the head of my house, I'm going to find a house to be the head in. I was like, wait a minute.
Let me start looking for stuff.
I think maybe that was his uncle or his father. I think they were related. I'm just saying.
But the thing was, he was like, we most of the time push y'all to get an education. We push y'all, support y'all to be the greatest. And then it's like when y'all get there, y'all forget we was support. We was right there.
Yeah.
Now you think you better than me because you make a few more coins. But that don't mean I'm not the head. Right. Your man, your mate that you choose is usually going to do whatever he can to make sure his family is provided for, whatever that is. And I think with Black women, we have this control thing. It's about control. If I have the money and I bring all this to the table, then you're going to do what I say. I wear the pants. When really, who wants that?
I think it's a fear of just losing control all the way around when it comes to allowing a man to be a man.
Ooh, perfect. Say more.
like me, my mom is my bestie, so a lot of, if I ain't talking to you, it's usually her. So it's like me and her have had that conversation as well, where it's like with me, when I was by myself, I was so used to just making things happen however I made it happen. So to fully give myself to somebody and to drop that wall was intimidating for me to trust a man to that extent, where it's like I'm pretty much like putting my life in your hands to take care of it.
Why were you apprehensive about that?
Because I'm losing control of what I'm so used to controlling. Like I'm allowing you to, like you say, be the captain now. And
so
you're staring. You the one staring, and it's like I'm used to like wait, just let me tilt it this little bit, and it's like you have to let it go. And and I think with a lot of women that's a fear where it's like I'm gonna give you a little bit, but I'm gonna let you know that I really don't need you for real at the end of the day. And it's like, no, you gotta pick a side. You can't really ride the fence with that type of thing.
Yeah. Shell, you had an input or no? Okay. So
she's got to marinate. Yeah, but go ahead.
So one of the things I know, like with our counterparts, like with Caucasian women, I know we ain't gonna get into the wealth of the world and all that. Mm-hmm. But one thing I do see, what I have seen is, like when they take husbands or whatever, her family is expecting that man to take care of her. There's an expectation. Mm-hmm. And then along with that, she expects him to take care of her.
Yeah.
So there's no boundaries for him. It's just, okay, you're taking care of it. Here we go.
Yeah.
We're starting this life. And with black people, we have been so focused on surviving. Mm. I think it's hard to relinquish the control aspect, and I think for men, which I wish men would be on and stop being scared. Come on here.
Hey man, it's just a conversation.
It's just a conversation. We the women, y'all sensitive.
Okay, you just preach right there.
Sheesh.
So for men, what I'm going to say is what I've seen. I'm not going to say where, but a lot of men who've been raised by single mothers can come out expecting their woman to do what their mom did, which is mom gonna make it happen. Yeah. The girl gonna make it happen. Mm-hmm. I ain't gotta put that much effort in because she gonna do, she got it. Mm-hmm. She gonna do something to get us where we need to be. So there's no care.
Mm. Wow. And it's funny you said that because I actually have my son say, in a sense, you kind of ruined me. And I was like, what do you mean by that? He says, in your relationships, if they're not doing it how you want it to be done, you'll dismiss them. And he said, I find myself a lot of time like, if that girl don't do it, I'm done with her. And I was like, you have to watch because your kids pay attention, and it's wow. And it can just be another. And then that was deep for me, and I was like, wow, because I get mad if you're not like how I want you to be, like, or if I feel that you can do better and you won't do it, I got a problem with that because I want you to do what I see in you, and that's not fair. It's not fair.
So the thing is the potential of a mate. Like sometimes we'll fall in love. Well, he can do this good, so he have a potential to be great. When really, he hasn't gotten there yet. No. In our 40s, he is who he is.
Here you go.
And so either you're gonna love him for who he is today, because the tomorrow potential may not come. Oh, you on here? Oh,
hey, Joe.
He said you gotta let him be the man. I totally agree, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting to, because I think a lot of women, I'm gonna just say black women because that's what I am. A lot of us need to just stop and see what he do. Because my thing is, let's say you selected a mate. I'm not talking about dating, Shell. Mm-hmm. Let's say the ring is on. We engaged. Mm-hmm. You said yes. Well, you are engaged. So you said yes. Mm-hmm. You gotta trust him. Let him be the man. If he is not the man you think he should be, then let him go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you go ahead and go to Cirilla's, Victoria's Secret. It's plenty of things. They even got no Groupon now.
Yeah.
They got plenty of those. It ain't gonna be the whole body. It ain't gonna be the whole body.
Right. But it's there for you.
It's gonna get you together for the moment.
It is. But I got a lot of friends that's my age now that wish they weren't as harsh as they were, because it's like if I'd have just been a team player. Because a lot of times, even with the guy that gave me the topic, it was like, how come they know I got this good job, but then I'm coming and we dating, they expect me to pay 3 bills now, all their bills now. And it's like, no, they have no concept of what being a teammate is. Being a teammate is we bringing our stuff together to build this house, because a house divided cannot stand. Mm-hmm. So how we ever gonna get to a goal if you think it's all what you make is all yours? But I'm over here struggling, Shell. I don't even got no lunch money. Mm. God forbid I ask you to make me a lunch, because that's a whole fight.
Oh, yeah.
Because you ain't nobody's maid. Do we got to go there?
No, but here's the sad part. It's just in my head. It's just in my head. And it's not an excuse, but it's just the truth.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women have not had that opportunity to see a man, in the home. They might got cousins and a whole bunch of uncles, but it's something to have that man present to actually know what do I, expect for a man, or what am I looking for. So that's a big void in a lot of single women's life.
Well, I was one.
Yeah.
And I could say, looking at like, when I came into my husband's family, because my uncles I had a couple that were okay.
Okay.
But they weren't what I would say the epitome of men
Mm-hmm.
that I would want to date. Just say that.
Okay.
So when I came into this family, all the men at the time, like your dad, the brothers, even the women were amazing. The women were, my mother-in-law is all about, she gonna do whatever to make the team work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The men were good providers, good fathers.
Mm-hmm.
The husband part, I don't know, because I'm not their wife. But I'm saying from the outside looking in, it was like they were great providers, and I started seeing that because I came in as the ultimate independent. I got my little cushion.
Yeah.
I'm about to know
nothing about it.
Wait, you know where I work? Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna get another job. I ain't doing that. Let alone know what I make.
Yeah.
I'm not finna put in on no bills.
Right.
But then it was like, who wanna be with that?
Right.
Like now that I'm older, it's like, if we really try to do this buy a house thing, build a life thing, some gotta give.
Yeah.
True.
Some gotta give. And I think something in you as a woman from a single parent, something says something's not quite right. Did it or not? How did you arrive at this point where you are now, where you gotta give a little?
Because I had the best of both worlds.
Explain that.
Meaning, I was raised from a single mother that just wasn't able to just keep things moving. But when I was raised by my grandmother, it was so funny, and I was like, it would be me with something extra in her story. My grandmother was a very interesting lady in the neighborhood. Some will call her Madam, but her main dude, which I consider him my grandfather, was the best provider. They never were married, never.
Wow.
But he made sure her household was always straight. So then when I got adopted at 4, I came across...
By her?
No, because now I'm being adopted by my godparents.
Oh.
And look, they just celebrated 71 years of marriage.
Wow.
And to see how submissive she was to him, how it was an argument, but we're going to discuss it, and we're not going to bed upset. We're not going to let that linger over to the next day. They woke up praying together. Every morning, they prayed before they prayed for me to walk out the door. I was able to experience that. So I saw the one end of it, and then I saw the most beautiful part of it. So put it all together, was like, get it together, we should go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep.
It is.
Yeah.
So, would you...
I'm gonna write a book real soon, y'all. Real soon.
Bestseller.
Yes.
So, Q, have you allowed your fiance to fully lead?
Yes, I have now.
Okay.
Like I said, it took a while. It really wasn't like a hard thing, but it was like always like a piece, like not a full wall, but like a fence. It was like you can see it, yeah, you can see through it, but I ain't open up the gate for you to, type of thing. So, and I just needed understanding. I needed understanding of the correct way, because my understanding was incorrect. Like I felt like this is what I seen. I never really asked my parents before. Growing up, I just thought that's just what it is. Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's how it goes.
Yeah. Okay. So it was like, okay, Daddy got all the money. That's cool. I knew my own work, but her stash was her stash. That was just that. So when she really clarified and really, explained to me, like, no, like, it's not gonna work without you doing your part. And when she said that, I was like, okay, so either I need to shit or get off the pot. And that's what it was. And for me, that was like going to the next day after that conversation. I was like, you know what? I'm sorry for putting all this pressure, because it was a lot of pressure. I was like, you can do this, this, and this. Yeah, I just got paid. What's your point? Like, oh, I could hit this DTE, but the other phone, it's like, you got that.
You got it.
So it was like, I had to really humble myself and apologize, like, for all that.
That part.
Yeah, like, and then really do a whole 180. Like, okay, yeah, we are a team. Blah blah blah. We need, and it works better.
Yeah.
Definitely less stress.
I say I hope I woke up. I know I'm not fully woke because there's certain things I still find myself sometimes like, okay, I still need to jump in. But even like with my boys, because I had boys, and then the crazy part about kids is you have no control of what they pick up. No control.
Yep.
And you could think that you only showed them the roses and the
no.
utopia.
Them ninjas find out.
Yeah.
Them ninjas.
You'd be like, you remember when?
You be like, you were old enough to remember that.
Okay. So now with the boys, both of them are very independent. I don't know if y'all know, but one of my sons is autistic, and he's independent to the point that he makes everything separate from us.
Wow.
Like, he stays in our house, but he makes sure that he does his contribution, which is his couple of chores. He pays his little rent. He buys his own food, and he's like separate in that instant. He don't depend on us to get him back and forth to work, and I be wanting a baby.
Ooh, come on,
You
now,
like,
Jesus.
no, he's like, I don't need, and you know, he's
Felt that
No,
all up in here.
he like, I don't need you like that.
Whew.
And I'm like, my feelings was hurt, so okay, then let me go over to the oldest. Okay. And then I'm FaceTime because that's all he want to do. What you want, mine?
It's like you were bothered to them. Like, what?
I feel attacked.
All right.
I think it was before he went on his trip to Florida. He was like saying that he was trying to struggle to, you know, make sure all his bills paid before he went on vacation and blah blah. I'm like, well, you could have called your daddy and me, and
We could have
he
tried.
was like, ain't nobody doing that. I called my homeboy. I was like, you just. He was like, let it go.
I almost feel like shouting right now.
No, because I'm. Wait, what? Like, so you just. He was like, Mom, y'all my last resort. He was like, no disrespect, but I ain't doing that. He said, I don't never want to come back home and live with you. He's like, so I gotta find a way.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, Shell and Q, your kids is watching the same thing. You don't know what they picking up. Your feelings gonna get hurt too sometimes.
Yeah.
Like your baby got sick and you want to just bring her home.
I was like, come on, we're going out. And she was like, nope, I'm fight this. I'm going to stay here for sure. And we're going to be great. And I was like, you sure? Because I can make up the room. I'll buy you a new bed. You know, I was
Right,
really,
which one?
Yeah.
Shell.
Like, yeah, I got the comforter.
Yeah.
But speaking of independence, I tell you, with my family, you have to have high self-esteem. And I'm just talking about me and my crew, my kids, nobody else. My son really sits me down a lot of times and say, I gotta let you know, this ain't looking good. I have a tendency to almost be raising some independent sisters. So I have 4 girls, 1 boy. And my son says, Ma, you're their man. And I'm like, get out of my face, you don't know what you're talking about. Because when you don't want to hear stuff, that's the first thing you do, blow it off. And I sat back and let it marinate, and I was like, I am. Because even my daughter was like, my boyfriend has a problem. Anytime we're in a rut or a situation, I'm like, I'm going to call my mama, and mom's going to make a way. I have a lot of growing, everyone. So please do not do it, because it's a blessing that my son made me aware. He was like, you do so much for them. He was like, you're their man. I got to stop that, because I have to make it where they can be independent. Not saying that they're not. But at the end of the day, you can't keep running to me. I still have
the safety net.
Yeah.
The safety net. So, and your sons is going to be watching, your daughter too, going to be watching, because I just want to pick the parts y'all remember. And then go from there. But the crazy part is, so going back to the dude that gave me this subject.
Where are you?
Right. And your antennas are.
You better be watching. Sure. So what do y'all think about women who, like, let's say they're married, or it can even be a committed relationship where they're like, you know, babe, I want to go back to school, and dude be like, okay, I got you, and she be like, but I don't really think I can work and go to school. You be like, you know what? I'm gonna do doubles. I'm gonna do whatever it take you for you to go ahead and get your degree. Then get your degree, Q.
And I switch up.
You switch up the game to the point that I don't even know you no more. I'm better than you. Like, you coming, I'm coming in with my business suit on, and you coming in from the plant, and I'm like, you think about that?
I feel like once they get to that point, that's really who they are and who they've been. I don't really. I'm not a person to think that a circumstance can, besides death, I don't feel like a circumstance can really change a person's character.
So you think they've always been that way?
Always been shady.
Oh, that's shady.
And for me, that's shady because I feel like if somebody is uplifting you and bending over backwards, especially a man, because we know it's not a lot of good men out here.
True that.
They are a handful at this point.
Come on.
And the ones that are good are already probably taken. So the little single ones that's out here that's good is very, very rare.
Okay.
So if a man is like, I'll do whatever it is to help you elevate and be better, then when you get on, then y'all own. Like, that's more money to y'all household. Like, he did all this stuff for you to be better. And if you turn around and be like, yeah, you're beneath me now. Now, if he choked the shit out your ass, then you brought it on yourself.
It's all on you. Well,
no, it's not right.
It's not right. It's right. Don't forget where you came from, and especially don't forget the ones that had your back, the ones that did push you along. But we have a tendency to do. We act stanky to thank them. I mean, that real. But you learn to appreciate something when it's gone, but you really should appreciate it while it's there.
How about, okay, so I've let you in, you've climbed the fence, you're in, and I gave you team player in the first 6 months.
Oh boy.
Now,
Wait for it.
we get into this huge fight because you done found out I got a stash, let's say. And then you want to come ask me about, nigga, don't be coming to ask me about my stash. You know, this my house anyway, and I'm bringing in more money. What if we go that route? Because I really don't need you no way.
I'm not the one to answer that question. I'm going to be honest, guys.
I'm doing you a favor by being with you because I really don't need you no way.
Old school always said you got to have something for you.
Yeah, I don't feel like anything is wrong with the stash.
Yeah, I don't either.
So that separate.
You can just be in your body because I am going to have my
period.
But suppose he didn't come on no rah-rah. He came like, oh, I see you got XYZ here. And you just be like, okay, it's my stash. Or, well, in your mind, you know it's your stash. But he don't know. He just happened to come up on it. But you rah-rah. You just going in. Like using that as
first off, you looking real guilty with all this energy.
It seem like
like it's something else.
Yeah.
You know, like that's your getaway money, not your stash money.
Right. Play it cool. Play it cool. Like we are the best at what we do when it's hiding some shoes, some clothes, whatever. We're the best at it.
We're the best at hiding.
You ain't gotta put all that.
Yes.
You don't. Just be like, boo, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And my granny told me, because she was married for over 30 years to a dude that was not. My granddaddy was a hoe. He was in these streets. He was a Rolling Stone.
He knew my grandmother. Okay.
They might have ran together.
You know, you never know. This is a small world.
He was that type of dude. And she said, keep you a legal license so you can get anywhere you want to go. And she told me to keep stash. She was like, I don't care if it's $5 a week. Because when she had to get out, she was at her 10th child. Who was still a teenager. And she wasn't sure how she had wanted to get out. You know what I mean? You know how you've been miserable for so long and you finally be like, I can't do this no more. So she had enough. And I think it was a shock to him because my grandfather, after all that time and in all them streets, where he end up, girl?
Back where her?
Back with his mama.
What?
Okay?
What the mama?
With his mama. You better ask something. Yeah, take a drink. Let us take a drink on that.
Excuse us.
I can remember going to my great grandma's house and going upstairs to his room that he used to share with his brothers. And I'm like,
really?
Oh, this where you stay?
That's something.
None of the chicks that he was cheating with was willing to take him in. And my grandma lived out the rest of her days with her companion, Leonard, that we all knew. He loved her to death. And they built their home together, you know what I'm saying? She was happy. You know, then she got cancer and passed away, but she was happy, I can say. There was no more worrying. She didn't have no little kids no more. She had my uncle, but he was about to be an adult. So,
wow.
Yeah. So what about Now, Q, I have my degree. I'm the executive. Our kids are grown. And I played my role up until now. You come home and it's like, babe, you ain't cook. Nigga, I don't gotta cook.
It's always that silent, like,
I know.
How dare you ask me to cook and I'm bringing home 6 figures? You figure it out.
You know, we start off good always. We always start off good.
I'm doing that one with Michelle. With Q. So that you wanna get it in tonight. Nigga, ain't nobody about to screw tonight, nigga. I'm tired. You better figure it out, cause I ain't doing that tonight.
Who are you, Sean? Who are you?
All these
I know.
some messed up scenarios, bro.
Because I'm independent, Shell. And a lot of women who make more money, I'm throwing that one out there. A lot of women who make more money have the misconception that they no longer have to put in the effort for their relationships. I don't gotta cook no more. I don't gotta give you sex however many times a week or when you want it.
Mm-hmm.
But then if he cheat or he go out,
You want to have a
He
whole
wrong.
heart attack. Yeah.
so Shell, we ain't cooking no more. I mean, you know, I ain't asking you to cook every day, but babe, I mean,
Here's however you started off. You got to continue it. You got to.
are you serious? But I'm 6 figures.
It doesn't matter. I just feel like if you're gonna be one way at the beginning, be that same way at the end.
Keep the same energy.
Keep that same energy because that's how you triggered each other and got with each other and everything was kumbaya, my lord. And just because you got a little extra coin in your hand, you feeling it. Don't get in your body. Don't get in your body and once again forget where you came from. You can't do that.
Okay, okay, cute.
Now if I didn't cook at the beginning, it should be okay. Like you should know like this is
I'm with that. Like however you start out, you're gonna wrap that out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Q. I don't feel like putting this leg up no more.
Q has let it simmer in her spirit.
And I'm not giving you no aura no more. I'm not doing none of that.
Wow. We feel like
Shit, I'm
that.
tired. I work 12. Shell.
I know.
Did you see this degree? Let my grandma be the degree.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that? I wish I would. Q. Be ready when you want.
She said, what?
She look like she's bored.
Speak all English.
Because it's like that's heavy, like, because I don't condone cheating, but it's like you kind of give him the ammo to go out and just what you say, be a man in somebody else's house.
So it's wrong for me to not want to cook no more.
The only way that worked for me, I'll talk about my own relationship. It was years back, but it was a point where my fiance was not working. He was having trouble finding a job at the time, and I worked. So since he was home, he did all the cooking, all of that stuff.
I feel like that's the least thing you can do.
Yeah,
Like,
because
let's balance some shit out.
Right.
Your ass
Because
sitting
you
home.
sitting there, and he made sure he was on top of that.
See, now I ain't gonna even argue.
So it was like, I didn't really cook. Like I didn't cook at all. I don't think during that time.
But you didn't have in your head. You at home. You better get that.
No, it was just natural. Like he just did
He
it.
had common sense. And he didn't want his life. He didn't want his life different. So he let the Lord fight his battle.
She said the Lord. Okay.
And look how God is good. Wedding coming soon. I'm just telling you.
Okay, Stephanie, she said you got to keep the same energy always.
Always.
If not, y'all will eventually drift apart. Totally agree, Steph.
Yeah.
What up, girl?
Hey.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, like
Okay. Sex. Your
Oh,
mouth
that's-
hurt.
oh no, just because he wasn't working don't mean I wasn't getting
What's good in that
Okay, we didn't have those type of problems.
Hey.
Okay, so here's my wrench.
You always got a wrench. Where your toolbox at? Okay.
She always throwing some.
Yes.
Okay. So the family know that I make all this bread.
Oh boy, them ninjas. Here
The
we go.
family
Cousin
have
Pete and them.
a look. They think that we're this and we're that because of our financial state. And I'm making sure that we look like that when we go out. So, Shell, you better not put on no face like you unhappy not getting no meal from me. Q, you better not put on no face like I'm not giving you no coochie. So we're gonna go out here and look like we the perfect couple.
Even though I'm not getting no ass and
You want me to take it?
so I'm not getting no ass and food?
No.
But I gotta go around your people like I'm getting ass and food?
And everybody else that we mingle with.
My facial reaction, if you all are watching this show, is all times on any subject, I'm going to let you know on my facial reaction. I'm not, because I can't. If I'm in my body, my body is going to show that I'm in my body right now, and I'm giving it all. You hear me? So I
don't feel like that will
stay
work.
home.
I mean, I don't
Sit in
really
the
feel
car.
like it's fair.
Well,
Like, I don't think it would work if a dude was doing that. Like, yeah, I don't want to touch you. I don't want to do this and this. But when we go out around my peoples, you better. Oh,
you want me to act a monkey?
I'm like, oh, so you don't think I'll flip this motherfucker table? Oh, okay.
Now you want me to put on the show and my Angela Bassett. I got a little cake in me. You know, I'm feeling all these characters coming out.
No.
Okay.
Nothing but death show.
Okay. I have another wrench. Because, okay, let's say I got the man who's denying me this stuff. Okay. And we out. And, we keep the scenario. I'm the one being the asshole. Okay, so then I come out and I see him talking to a family friend, like Nicole Murphy. Oh, it's her face.
I know you. And there.
It's a family friend show.
I got your family and the friend.
And we looking like we so caught up in the kiki and that we don't even know that I walked up. But mind you,
look how quick jail time done came. Just look at it.
What is my account now?
Okay. But I missed 6 figures. I ain't giving you no ass. I ain't cooking.
Yeah.
Old Murphy is out here.
Living her best life.
And she just,
Girl, I gotta reach for the goddamn
you know what I'm saying? So now, with that, with all that I done gave you, plus we got to put on this front, now I'm going to bring up that you was in Nicole's face every 5 minutes. How long y'all staying with me? I just want to know.
At the family function?
Wait,
because I never made it there. Because I have been in the car since.
I almost choked in the goddamn.
I never made it, so I hadn't even went in the backyard. I ain't said hi to nobody because
You not getting out the car?
I'm in my body.
You know what?
So, Q.
Well, I can't never go in scenario.
Q, you got out the car because I'm still in there,
Oh
and I'm
my
smoking a
God.
blunt, and I'm trying to get my whole life together, and I'm seeing who I'm gonna call first before I go to jail. Because you need to know that at all time. Who is the first person you call? Amen.
Okay.
So wait, because I got kind of confused. So is the person that's being neglected because they make less money the one talking to Nicole?
Yes.
Oh, so why are you in the car? You supposed to be out the car.
So maybe I misunderstood. I thought
I was going to switch and I said no.
Because I thought we were still at the family function that you dragged me to, and I sat in the car.
We at the function.
Okay.
But you talking to Idris Elba.
You the neglected one, remember? And you.
So Idris is there.
Idris talking to you in your ear, and your mate come up like, "Oh, so that's what you doing now?"
Oh.
Imagine. That's why.
Right. That's why I was like, wait, let me get this clarified.
Keep in your pocket you ain't got no ass, no food, and it's being tossed up that I make all this happen for you. And you and Idris kikiing so much you don't even see Polo Thief walking
I
up.
should take Idris to the car, and we should just smoke and talk together. Because it's wow, Sean. Cute.
Why she wiping?
Because I know my own self. I know my own self.
Wow.
So I'm just trying to keep it where I'm at now, Father.
Wow.
Come on, Shell. Or you need Q to
Because
drop
I
it?
was a slick
Okay.
motherfucker.
You got, yeah.
I would have been, if I was neglected to that point and had to deal with all that, I would have been got Idris' number before you can even turn around and notice I was talking to him.
And we on the floor dancing hard.
Okay, but you and Idris didn't do nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
But when y'all go home, you and the hubby, he can't wait to throw up because he the 6 figures and he
but
can't.
see, then that's when that mouth come out. Because if you would have took care, that's where that ugly person comes out of you. Because you're going to voice that. You're going to voice that, especially if he's trying to check you. You ain't gave me none. You ain't fed me. You acting a certain. So, yeah.
What if I don't see that as a problem?
Oh, boy.
Real question.
Cute. Look, when I'm stuck,
And
I
we
just go
married
to you.
too. We married.
Are we married too?
We married. Let's
Damn.
go married.
For better or worse? Huh?
She needed another drink. I ain't gonna make you struggle and open the next bottle of Earl, but I'm just saying, I gotta throw the wrenches out there for y'all.
That's tough.
That is.
Yeah, that's
What
tough.
would
Let
you
me
do?
let me ask
What
you.
would you do?
You're the married one in the room.
Yeah.
Because I can't say, because it's a lot of stuff I would do as a now.
Yeah.
Before I say the I do's that I would have to think real
That's
long.
not negotiable. Like I'm a woman that don't feel like you should ever tell your mate no when it comes to sex.
Okay.
And that's just me. Even
if you tired?
Listen, Shell, I got a couple hoes now. It ain't gonna be 10. It ain't gonna be no 10 if I'm tired. But I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
I am. That's just me. It's my makeup.
Okay.
And then on the food part, because we both working,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's like you have to have a compromise. Like I'm not gonna cook for you 7. But like me now, I cook Sunday dinner for sure.
Okay.
And then I may cook once or twice during the week, maybe. But then he'll pick up the other days, bless you.
Thank you.
He'll pick up the other days, either buy us something to eat or he'll make something.
He'll just take care.
It's like, where's the compromise?
Yeah.
But then if we ain't getting no ass, Jesus. I just need,
too
Lord, you gotta
much.
be a whole fence. It can't be
Yeah.
just the links up or the poles. I can't stay. Like, what are we staying for? Because clearly, if I'm neglected to that point, then we are not friends. We're not lovers. We're just roommates.
Yeah. Just.
Like Three's Company.
That's what I say. When you put the marriage word into it, it became a little bit complicated.
So what if you're not? Like, let's say you decided, like, neither one of you want to be married, but we're going to have this exclusive relationship. Like, and there's things that are deficient, that he feels are deficient in you, but you don't have any. You feel like he meeting all your needs.
Wait, say that one more time.
Like, say he feels like there's certain things that you could step it up with. You really don't see that because you think he perfect. How does he get through to you then that he has these needs if you don't see?
I don't see my flaws that I'm not doing.
You don't see your flaws. And I'm only gonna keep bringing it to you for so many times.
Yeah.
And then it's like they come at the wrong time, Shell.
Uh-huh.
And they be like, hey, I wore this new cologne, I'm like, yeah, I do like that polo red, So what do you do if they don't see the flaw? How do you fix it? Is there a fix?
Yeah, is there a fix? Because I feel like I would constantly.
You so petty.
What did he say?
He said Idris better be getting us a movie deal or a struggle.
Cuz.
Real talk.
Virgo.
It's like after so long, it's almost like Cat Williams. You tried it again. Enough is enough. And I got to flip it because I'm in that situation in my life right now. I just feel like if I didn't try to help you, first of all, we spoke about it.
Yeah.
Then I tried to assist you. And then you show me that I'm not just going to do it, period. It's just time to cut ends. It's just time to cut ends. Because if you see greater in me and you're helping me to get there, you my nigga. But if you just like, oh, she just talking, that means you don't want to grow. And I need someone that's want to grow with me, period. I have to cut you off. I can't keep dealing. I can't.
Okay. Cute.
I think in my own experiences, because I clearly have many.
Love it.
I think in my own experience, it kind of took me to step away from myself and listen to the person, because there was a lot of times I didn't feel like I was doing what they were talking about, or that I did, or it wasn't that bad, or whatever. But I feel like if you just take a moment to listen, and even if you don't agree with it, I feel like if you love them enough, that you will do what it is to make them happy, like they're making you happy. Like you said, like, well, I feel like he's perfect, but clearly I'm falling short somewhere, or else he wouldn't care enough that he could just be like, oh, I'll go find another bitch then, whatever. But if he coming to you like, well, these, like, I really need this from you. Even in my head, if I feel like, well, I'm giving that, then what can I do to really improve? If you love him enough, you will make that sacrifice, even if you don't agree with it, which is a lot of times we do shit just out of love, not because we really necessarily agree with what it is you're saying. So that was like my own personal experiences with relationships, just being, I guess, humble enough to do what they're asking me to do so that they can be as happy as I am.
Agree. So I can say for in the situation you were saying, Shell, as far as potential, like, we're older, so I can't support you at 44, 45 saying you're still gonna be a rapper.
Oh, come on.
I can't do that anymore. So
I'm trying to read.
I can't support that you're gonna have you're gonna be a millionaire, but you don't have no type of business. I think as women, as you get older, I can't say, I could say in your 20s you have room.
Yeah, I
for
got
the
room right
potential,
now.
the vision of potential.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking for vice versa, men too, because there's some chicks out here that y'all know ain't nowhere near and ain't never gonna get to where y'all
And
get
not
the
trying
potential
to.
that you see.
Exactly.
So you have to stop being in love with, I can fix them. And just be like, you know what? I would love to have that kind of time until you become the next Kanye West.
So you like, I would love to have.
I would love it. I just don't have that kind of time.
Yeah,
because that takes money, time,
You don't want to
effort,
raise nobody else's
sacrifice.
child.
I don't have no more sacrifice to give at 44. So, and I'm sure at 30, coming on up the hill now, you like, okay, listen.
Right.
This is what's not going to happen right
That's what
here.
we're about to do.
Exactly.
But I'm going to be a comedian.
Yep, it's Sean's phone today.
It is. So, Steph said, you're right, Q.
Thanks, boo.
So for the potential part, so I think going into being independent women, I think as black women, I just think that we have a toxic expectation with what independent means. Independent does not mean totally separate from your man, but you think he gonna give you all this,
And you
but you still over here with don't be looking over here. What I think that's so convoluted. If you gonna build your house as a team, and if you gonna be with this person, it don't even take a ring. My thing is, if you having sex with them, you done made a relationship, you done chose them.
Yeah.
Trust them enough to lead. Or then, to me, that speaks to your character. What you choosing for.
Right.
So, closing out this podcast, dang, it's almost been an hour. Okay.
We go down. We do not play. It's no commercial breaks. We serious.
So, Shell, what you want someone to get out of this podcast? Oh, Jesus.
I know, right? It's all right to let somebody get on your ship. You don't have to just necessarily give them the whole wheel and just say you got it, but it's okay to let them come and help take a break off of you sometime. There it is. It's okay. It's okay. So, it was hard. Oh, Lord, it was so hard. But it's okay. Share your tears.
Is you getting delivered with a tea right now?
That is all.
Oh my God.
We're about to cry. She's so serious in this moment right now.
Take it over.
She about to give an offering, girl.
Oh, okay,
She
Lord.
about to praise him. Okay, Q.
It's okay.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off of her saying I can't even get it out. I'm gonna piggyback off of her saying it's okay to let somebody on your ship, and I'm gonna say it's okay to let the one that is worthy drive or steer your ship.
Yeah. Make sure you got license.
It's, Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Make sure they are in position to lead.
Whew.
You still getting delivered?
I am still.
I have one more question for you.
Okay.
It's for both of you, but geez.
I know.
No,
That's
and it's for Michelle.
real.
Okay, so
It's for the one that's good.
oh my God.
My good sister.
Okay, while she still gets delivered, everybody.
Girl, you don't even know. I feel like a two-step in my spirit. Go ahead.
What you want your daughters to get out of this podcast if they were to watch, since they're becoming these women, and they've watched you?
Do your background check. Just do your background check, and don't have the wall up so high where you can't see who's trying to come in, because you just Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still getting
That's all I can do right
What?
Okay.
I'm like, what you want me to say?
So you have a stepdaughter. I'm gonna just say your daughter. So you have a daughter and you have two sons who are gonna see, thankfully, both sides. But what do you want them to get from this? Because they're gonna encounter these women and men. So what do you hope they get, knowledge-wise, to take them into the real world?
Oh, so much. Like I hope that they learn to carry their own in case they need to. For my men, they will thankfully be raised to see a leader in the household and speak that into existence.
Right. Put it in the atmosphere.
So that they will know exactly how to treat the lady that they want to marry or be with long term, or however they decide to live their life. And for my stepdaughter, for her to always keep that stash, but never be afraid to allow the worthy one to lead her. She doesn't have to be so hard.
Me, you don't always have to be tough. It's okay to ask for help, and that's just in general.
Yeah, in life.
I think if you fall in love and get to know yourself first, then, you know, when you get that right one, I hope that you would know how to treat them. I hope. And like you said, having your own don't hurt, but don't let that be your end all be all to a relationship.
Yeah.
And for God's sakes, let him put on the pants. These men tired of wearing skirts. They tired of it.
Aprons.
Jesus.
That would be great.
You can't season the chicken.
Can't do nothing.
Damn.
And for Christ's sake, learn how to give head. Jesus. Okay?
I needed something to toss.
I'm just saying. If you're getting married, I'm going to go there with you. Okay?
I can help Michelle today. I can't.
She didn't mention we were asking today, y'all.
I am delivered. I am all the way delivered.
Oh my gosh.
So, like I said, that's be teachable. I think Felicia made that a Facebook post the other day. She said, "Be teachable." Jesus Christ, you don't know everything,
You sure
and we not always right. So, and I quit the being overly independent. My thing is expect something of your mate. If you don't, I mean, what they there for?
Right.
It's nothing to work towards. So expect something from them that brings about trust and love and all that good stuff, the gooey stuff. And keep 10%. When we talking about what you get attached, but keep 10% for yourself.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts? She's still getting delivered. Jesus.
It is marinating through my
Yes. Let it simmer your spirit.
simmering.
Okay.
See y'all next
Okay.
week.
She giving y'all want to give any of y'all social media where they can find you? Because if y'all don't know, Quenisha is a singer and Shell is an event planner. So where can they
I always
find
wanted to be a background singer if you need me.
you? Ain't nobody doing that.
Just-
Girl, that's no.
You can find me on Facebook, just Quenisha Peterson, and on Instagram, I am _Queen_P.
All right. She's good. She's here for you. You can see me here on Fridays.
Well, I'm LaShawn Peterson on Facebook and Truth Hurts _415 on Instagram. So that is the end of our broadcast today. We thank you guys. It was a fun broadcast. Remember,
Yes.
you are a brand represented well.
Yes.
Being you is a lifestyle. Somebody is watching. So you
Always.
better represent it well. All right, y'all.
Bye, y'all.